Hi, I'm Brad Wilson with King Manufacturing, and welcome to the KFUH ECO2S Unit Heater Training Series. In this video, we will cover some of the mounting options when installing a KFUH heater and then discuss the control circuit and the thermostat options. We'll guide you through the steps to ensure you have a basic understanding of how the installation process works and cover the mounting points that are integral to this wonderful heater. So the KFUH heater has two brackets that are mounted to one side of the heater. Each of those brackets has two 3/8 threaded weld nuts built into the bracket. You can use 3/8 threaded rod and insert into the threaded hole and use a nut and a jam nut to be able to attach that threaded rod. Now from this threaded rod, you can then go to unistrut or any other of the optional mounting options out there that people have. But it makes it very universal and very flexible to be able to adjust any mounting you want, whether you're strapping it to a pole or suspending it in the horizontal application. As you can see here, we've put the threaded rod into the 3/8 threaded holes. And this allows us then to continue on with either unistrut or any other options that you might have as for mounting. But this gives you the basis and a good strong mount for this unit up in the air. So here we show with the 3/8 threaded rod and the unistrut as attached to it. So here we have the 3/8 threaded rod and the unistrut run in the opposite direction. And this is a very flexible mounting system so that you can really put it on the ceiling, strap it to a wall, and that's for a horizontal or a vertical application. Now above 12 feet, we recommend you pointing them straight down unless it's in a freeze protection application, but you can get the air right down to the floor. Now you do need to provide 6 inches from any ceiling or any sidewall, and then also 6 feet from the floor is the minimum. So additional mounting limitations for the KFUH is that the KFUH heaters should not be used in a potentially explosive atmosphere. And this would be gas fumes or any sort of fumes that could explode, because they do have open coil heating elements. And the contactors could spark, so you don't want it in a hazardous environment. The finish is not intended for direct salt spray exposure in marine applications, or it's in lightly corrosive atmospheres of, like, say, a swimming pool or a chemical storage area. That you'd want to move towards the stainless steel products that we manufacture that are specifically designed for that environment. Obstructions must not block the heater air inlet or the outlet discharge. So make sure you're not putting it too close to a wall or hitting a beam or something that's in front of it. So you want to be able to drive the air down 50 to 75 feet unobstructed. To prevent possible injuries, heaters must be mounted at least 6 feet off the floor to prevent accidental contact with heating elements or fan blades or a forklift smacking it. So you want to protect these in these commercial environments. So this is the KFUH heater, and to make it function and operate, we need power. So you need to bring your power in, whatever size it is, and every KFUH is the same. Every heater is a single strike application, and you'll see the large terminal block right here, whether it be 240, 480, or 208. They're all the same. It's a single strike application, so you've only got 2 big wires and a ground going to these heaters. So you bring the power in here, and then what it does is it provides 24 volt for a remote thermostat. And typically there'll be a 2-stage thermostat with a fan-only switch. So we do provide you with fan-only operation for circulating the air. So the terminal block is right here, and it's very easily accessed in the middle of the heater. So it's very well labeled here, and it shows exactly what terminal you need for the first stage, second stage, and for fan only. So you'll need a thermostat that is rated for 2 stages and with a fan only switch on it also. But there is a wiring diagram in the heater, and you should refer to either that or the one on the website on how the wiring actually is done on your specific model number. And the 24 volts, you can run up to about 200 feet on it. But you shouldn't tie two KFUHs together. And the reason being is that you're not sure what phase you're on, especially if you're on a three-phase system. You won't know which phase the transformer is working on. So if you try and tie those transformer wires together, it'll burn up a transformer in the unit. So use an independent thermostat for each one. On the blower side, we have all the different torque settings and the CFM ratings. It comes at a specific rating, but if you need more air, you can adjust that and increase the air or decrease the air depending on your application. The air also goes through a 16 by 20 inch filter and keeps the air nice and clean. These should be replaced about twice a year. After you've installed your KFUH heater, you want to be able to adjust the louvers to drive the air exactly where you need it to get it down to the floor or get it across where you're looking to heat. So they fully adjust. You can have half of them one direction, half of them the other, and be able to adjust and move the air and hit your target. There are 3 different louvers available. This is the standard louver. There's also a 90-degree bend louver, and then there's also the 360 radial diffuser, which when you're using it in a small area and you want to hit a lot of spaces. So make sure you order the right diffuser for your application.
They are sold separately.